Guys, this whole Zama Zama issue is a really complex one. This terrible shaft at the moment here in this video speaks of the fact that there's a 16-year-old who is actually buried dead actually on the ground. And there's also some of them Zama Zamas who actually want to come out, but there's really no energy to come out. I mean, like, they're the tools sent down there to help them out, but there's no energy to come out. There's really no energy. Many of them haven't eaten. They've been starving for weeks, for months, and there's really no energy to come out. And it's so difficult to even have equipment to get in there and get them out. So it is a really complex problem. Let's listen to this reporter on the ground as she breaks down what's really going on in one of these really terrible shafts.
Very good afternoon to you once again. 21 illegal miners have now emerged from underground in Stilfontein in the northwest. 17 surfaced at Margate Shaft and 4 at Shaft 10. Of those, 12 are Mozambican, 9 Zimbabwean foreign nationals. Some have bruises all over their bodies. One's been taken to hospital for a medical checkup. Let's check in with Newsroom Africa's Refuwa Seboko, who joins us live from the scene with the latest there. Refuwa, where it's now a weeks-long saga. The fact that these miners have now emerged from underground, does that give the operation some hope that there's some movement here?
Well, you understand, Michelle, that those that are resurfacing, they are resurfacing from Shaft 10. They are doing so out of their own accord. Here and also there at Shaft, Margaret Shaft, I should say, where there is a carriage that can be sent down, and those that are underground, they get into the shaft and into that carriage, and then it comes back up as they will be emerging. But here at Shaft 11, where we are currently stationed, it's where we were supposed to see the rescue experts continue or starting or beginning with that operation of retrieving those that are underground. Those that are emerging from Shaft 10, we understand that they are crawling from this Shaft 11, and that's how they're able to get to Shaft 10. We have not seen that retrieval progress or operation by the rescue experts that have been sent here. But, you know, as we are engaging with those that are coming, they are really explaining the dire condition that is there with food that has not been sent for some time now, some that are weak, and also claiming that there are bodies that are underground. Let's just listen in to 2 of those that we spoke to a little bit earlier on in relation to the situation that is underground, Michelle.
Kunomuntu umntwana ufile lapha naphakathi na.
Umntwana uninyaka ingaki?
Angazi ukuthi wona unenyaka kuma 16 16 lo. Namanje bamlepile manje bambekile kasayidi nyana. Bafuna nje bayemise ikeji ukuthi lingene naphakathi ikhona usizo omunye umuntu. Mona kitse piana kikikotsi hoyithola fela hoyitlwela wawela fast mona awushonile hona muthu jwale iki balance wona ho pala mafela wa balance wa khona pala balance so hoyitlwela hanyani fela yasinya litsoya hawa bona jwale limon wa balance so for just to ungayitlweli tipiani wabona hoyitlwela fela hona muthu ushonile totally hawusabonakani mona.
And that is the situation, Michelle, those that are explaining. The first one was actually highlighting something very concerning. He was indicating that there is allegedly a 16-year-old underground who has passed on. Their body has been wrapped and then put aside there underground. And, you know, they're just hoping that a cage will be sent underground to get those that are still alive, but also be able to take those bodies. The second one was indicating that the pole that they are using to hold on to as they are crawling and getting to a point where they are getting those poles to hold on to and climb up, it's risky, because should you lose a step or just leave it, you are going to fall back underground and, you know, sadly die. But let's speak to the community leader here. You'll remember that there has been that court ruling that humanitarian aid can be sent underground. I'm going to speak to Johannes Kangase. Thank you so much and welcome to Newsroom Africa. Your reaction to that court order today?
No, thank you very much, Refuwa. Let me take this opportunity and greet the viewers at home. No, we are very thankful, we are very happy on the court order because it plays to the gallery, to our side. But now we are very so disappointed because it seems there's a lot of defiance from the police official, because even the court order did not state very clearly that quantity of food. But today we are asked about the quantity of food of which we are going to send underneath by the same official, law enforcement official, by the way, of which we were committed and we are still committed to work with. Because whatever the court ruling has said, the order of the court has said, we must send food to the people so that we can commence with our work. It was very clear, Refilo, that this work is going to be done by us as the community, as the volunteers, because even that way they wanted to do as the government, it has failed. The experts, the so-called experts that they said they were going to be experts, they failed. Dismally so. That's why it's our responsibility now. We find ourselves in this situation as the community members, as the volunteers. We are going to go back to the same strategy. But the time that we've wasted for the past 12 weeks, we should have saved a lot of people.
When you're talking that, because you've just had engagement with the colonel who is leading this operation, and they're asking you about the quantity of food that you have brought here, what is it that you have brought here?
No, we've bought some more variety. We've bought some the usual stuff that you normally bring here for the people. We did not bring any cooked food. We just bought something that a person can just make in 2 minutes. From there, we'll just drink something so that he can have an energy. But now we are amazed. That's why we are amazed that we are asked about the quantity. But that's why I said one of my colleagues must also go back. We are consulting with the lawyers now. We are consulting with the lawyers. So what is it that the police now are stopping us from? Because the court order is very clear that we must send food underneath. Period. Nothing more, nothing less.
And the plan, despite this challenge that now you are saying you are faced with, how are you planning to take this food, or how are you planning to take the food there underground?
No, you must understand, Refil, we are going to use the same method that we used before. There's not another method, as the government did not have another plan. It's only through the rope. The people are going to resurface in this shaft through the rope. That's the only way, because now other people don't understand. That's why the minister said there are 3 ways. It's Margaret shaft, it's 10 shaft, it's 11 shaft. But the issue of 10 shaft is very risky than the one that we are doing this side. Because we are pulling people with the rope, but carefully so. Those who are in 10 shaft, they are taking a risk, a dangerous risk, of which if you can lose your sleep or your grab there, you die instantly. But here, we are very, very, very observant when it comes to issue of safety for those people. So we are going to continue as much as now. We should have commenced a long time ago. But now our time is wasted by the police again to ask about the quantity of food, what we are bringing, what is what. We don't understand what thing, you see. Because as much as they are law enforcement agents, they should have consulted with their legal departments to understand of how does the court order say, what is prescribed in the court order. Not that the other issue they're asking us. Because the issue of medication, we've asked them a simple thing. Why can't we send someone underneath? We'll go back to the location and speak to the families. You will tell me as a family member that I have so and so and so who drink this and this and this. The person must go underneath. He must just go and write and tell them Tapelo or Tabiso or Mamang or Mama is drinking this kind of medication. You see, so that it can become more simple to all of us than living there without medication.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Johannes Kanga said there, Michelle, indicating that, as they were ready to start with that operation of taking food underground as well as medication. But there seems to be, that now a challenge because they are being asked about the quantity. Minister of Police, also the other time when he was here, he indicated that the process of taking food down there, even if that operation or that method by the community will be used, it's an operational issue, and therefore that's why they need to be in consultation with the law enforcement officers that are on the ground. Exactly what you're seeing there, community members, some of them are here, some of the food items that they have brought also they are here. They are still engaging with the police, engaging with the colonel who is leading the operation and trying to find some common ground, following that court order that the humanitarian aid can be sent to those that are remaining underground, Michelle.
Refil, before we let you go, and just for the sake of some clarity around the difficulties so far as the story is concerned, for the miners who are still underground, what is influencing their decision, according to your sources, what is influencing their decision not to emerge from underground? And is the risk of arrest high up on that list? Is the issue of ill health also making it difficult for them to resurface?
We understand that the issue of them not having enough strength to come or emerge, Michelle, it is what is at the top at this moment in time, that they don't have the energy as a result of not having had anything or proper food, solid food, in the past couple of months, about a month, 2 months or so back, and that's why there has been this call and a continuous plea to say that maybe food needs to be sent underground for those that want to resurface or come to the ground. They can have the energy to come, but also there is also that issue of some of them are just afraid that they are going to be arrested. However, those that we have engaged with as they are coming or emerging, they are saying that it's better to be arrested than to continue experiencing the dire situation that they are speaking about, that they are finding themselves underground. The other issue that we are hearing from those that are coming, you remember that there are those that are saying that they are a certain group of people that are in charge, that are their bosses, and once you start talking about wanting to come back to the ground, they are threatening you. There are allegations of people being heavily armed there underground. And once they also told us about a list that they have to sign, so that as you are coming out, you need to sign that list. They must give you an approval to go out and to come to the surface. So those are some of the elements that we have been trying to get and engage with those that are coming. Is there something that is making those that are underground to not be able to come to the surface? Are they trapped? Are they being threatened? Some are saying at the core of it, it's the issue of them not having enough energy because they have not had food, water. Some are sick and therefore they have not had that medication being sent to them underground. But we are seeing with that order, Michelle, to say that now food can be sent or humanitarian aid can be sent underground, so that those that want to come and resurface, they can be able to have enough energy and strength to do so. They continue to use Margaret Shaft, they continue to use Shaft 10. But here at Shaft 11, we have not seen anybody resurfacing. The dynamics here are a bit different, because here at Shaft 11, it's where the rope is being used, as opposed to the other one, that Shaft 10, where they are telling us that you are crawling from Shaft 11 to Shaft 10, and then you get some poles that you have to hold on to. As much as, those poles are hurting and you get injured along the process, but that's the only form or method that is being used, and they are able to use coming to the surface out of their own accord. Margaret Shaft as well, 17 have came out today, 4 there at Shaft 10. One has been hospitalized because of the injuries that they are sustaining, Michelle, as they are coming to the ground.
All right, Tafiwa Sapoko, thanks very much indeed for that update.